Imagine being able to make your dreams come true in just 24 hours. Sound too good to be true? Well, that's exactly what Joe Dispenza's powerful manifestation technique promises. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to reshape your reality and create the life you've always wanted. Get ready to unlock the secrets of rapid manifestation and tap into your hidden potential. Have you ever felt stuck watching life pass you by while nothing seems to change? That's where Joe Dispenza's method comes in. It's not just another self-help trick. It's a game changer that can transform your life practically overnight. Why does speed matter so much? Because the quicker you see results, the more you'll believe in yourself and the process. It's like a snowball effect. One small win leads to another, and before you know it, you're unstoppable. But here's the thing. If you don't use this method, you might keep waiting for things to change on their own. And let's face it, that rarely happens. Life has a way of staying the same unless we take action. That's why this video is so important. If you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're ready to take control of your life and make real changes, then you're in the right place. This is your chance to break free from old patterns and step into a new, exciting chapter of your life. Now, you might be wondering, who is this Joe Dispenza guy, and why should I listen to him? Well, let me tell you. Joe Dispenza isn't just another self-help guru. He's a scientist, a researcher, and an expert in the field of neuroscience and human potential. What makes his work so special is that he bridges the gap between science and spirituality. He doesn't just tell you to think positive thoughts. He explains how those thoughts actually change your brain and your reality. Joe's journey began after a life-changing accident. Doctors told him he'd never walk again, but using the power of his mind and the principles he now teaches, he completely healed himself. Since then, he's dedicated his life to helping others tap into their own healing and manifestation abilities. But don't just take my word for it. Let me share a quick success story that shows just how powerful Joe's methods can be. Sarah, a 35-year-old teacher, had been struggling with chronic anxiety for years. Nothing seemed to help. Not medication, not therapy, nothing. Then she discovered Joe Dispenza's work. Within just 24 hours of applying his techniques, she experienced a dramatic shift. Her anxiety levels dropped, and for the first time in years, she felt calm and in control. But it didn't stop there. As she continued to use the method, she found herself attracting positive experiences and opportunities she never thought possible. Within months, she had landed her dream job and met the love of her life. Stories like Sarah's aren't rare. Thousands of people around the world have used Joe Dispenza's methods to transform their health, relationships, and careers. And the best part? You don't need any special skills or knowledge to get started. All you need is an open mind and the willingness to try something new. Now, let's dive into the heart of Joe Dispenza's method, the basics of fast manifestation. At its core, this technique is based on a simple yet powerful idea. Your thoughts and feelings create your reality. I know. You've probably heard this before. But stick with me, because Joe Dispenza takes this concept to a whole new level. Think about it like this. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening in the outside world and what you're vividly imagining. When you have a thought, your brain releases chemicals that make you feel a certain way. And when you feel a certain way, you tend to think thoughts that match that feeling. It's a cycle that can either work for you or against you. Let's look at an everyday example to see how this works. Imagine you wake up late for work. You start thinking, this is going to be a terrible day. As soon as you have that thought, your brain releases stress chemicals. You start to feel anxious and rushed. Because you're feeling stressed, you're more likely to make mistakes or forget things. Maybe you spill your coffee or get stuck in traffic. And what do you think when these things happen? See, I knew this would be a terrible day. And the cycle continues. But what if you could break that cycle? What if, instead of assuming it would be a terrible day, you chose to think, I'm going to make the best of this day no matter what? Your brain would release different chemicals, making you feel more positive and resourceful. You might handle the morning rush more calmly, find a quicker route to work, or come up with a brilliant idea during your commute. At the end of the day, you'd look back and think, wow, that turned out to be a pretty good day after all. This is the power of your thoughts and feelings. And Joe Dispenza's method takes this to the next level with what he calls the 24-hour manifestation window. The idea is simple. When you change your mental and emotional state, you open a window of opportunity for rapid change in your external reality. It's like tuning a radio to a new frequency. Suddenly, you start picking up signals, or in this case, experiences, that match your new tune. But here's the key. You need to hold that new state consistently for about 24 hours to see significant changes. That might sound challenging, but don't worry. Joe Dispenza has developed specific techniques to make this process easier and more effective than ever before. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but how exactly do I do this? Well, that's exactly what we're going to cover in the rest of this video. We'll break down Joe Dispenza's method into simple, actionable steps that anyone can follow. You'll learn how to clear your mind, visualize your desires, align your energy, and trust the process. By the end, you'll have a powerful toolkit for rapid manifestation at your fingertips. But before we dive into the specific steps, let's talk about why this method is so effective. Unlike many other manifestation techniques, Joe Dispenza's approach is grounded in science. He draws on the latest research in neuroscience, epigenetics, and quantum physics to explain how our thoughts and emotions can literally reshape our brains and our reality. For example, studies have shown that regular meditation, a key component of Joe's method, can actually change the structure of your brain. It increases the density of gray matter in areas associated with learning, memory, and emotional regulation. In other words, when you practice Joe's techniques, you're not just thinking positive thoughts, you're physically rewiring your brain for success. Another fascinating aspect of Joe's work is how it taps into the field of epigenetics. This is the study of how our behaviors and environment can cause changes that affect the way our genes work. Traditional genetics taught us that our genes determine our destiny. But epigenetics shows us that we can actually influence which genes get expressed through our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. This is huge because it means we're not stuck with the hand we've been dealt. Whether it's health issues, personality traits, or long-standing patterns, we have more control than we ever realized. By changing our mental and emotional state, we can literally change which genes get turned on or off in our bodies. But Joe Dispenza doesn't stop there. he also draws on principles from quantum physics to explain how we can influence our reality at a fundamental level. Quantum physics tells us that at the most basic level, everything is energy and information. Our thoughts and feelings are also forms of energy. So when we change our thoughts and feelings, we're actually changing the energy field around us, which in turn influences the physical world we experience. Now, I know this might sound a bit out there if you're not familiar with these concepts, but remember, Joe Dispenza isn't just making this up. He's drawing on cutting-edge scientific research. And the best part is, you don't need to understand all the science to benefit from the method. Just like you don't need to know how a car engine works to drive a car, you don't need to be a quantum physicist to use Joe's techniques effectively. What's really exciting about Joe Dispenza's method is how it brings all these scientific concepts together into a practical, usable system. It's not just theory, it's a step-by-step guide to changing your life. And the results speak for themselves. People from all walks of life, from business executives to stay-at-home parents, from athletes to artists, have used these techniques to transform their lives. Take John, for example. John was a successful businessman, but he felt unfulfilled and stressed all the time. He had everything society said he should want: money, status, a nice house. But he still wasn't happy. After learning Joe Dispenza's methods, John decided to use the 24-hour manifestation window to attract more joy and purpose into his life. He spent a full day immersed in the feeling of living a purposeful, joyful life. He visualized himself waking up excited for the day ahead, doing work that made a difference, and feeling deeply satisfied at the end of each day. He didn't just think about these things, he felt them as if they were already true. Within 24 hours, John received a call from an old friend who was starting a nonprofit organization. They needed someone with John's business skills to help get the project off the ground. It was exactly the kind of purposeful work John had been visualizing. Within a week, John had restructured his work life to dedicate half his time to this new project. And the best part? His stress melted away, replaced by a deep sense of fulfillment and joy. Stories like John's show us that rapid change is possible, but it's not about magically getting everything you want without any effort. It's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with what you truly desire. When you do that, you start to see opportunities you might have missed before. You feel inspired to take actions you might have been too afraid to take before. And bit by bit, your external reality starts to match your internal vision. Now you might be wondering, can this really work for me? I'm not special or talented like these other people. And that's a completely natural thought to have. But here's the thing. Joe Dispenza's method isn't about being special or talented. It's about tapping into the potential that's already inside you. It's about using the power of your mind in a focused, intentional way to create the life you want. Think about it like this. Have you ever noticed how when you buy a new car, suddenly you start seeing that same model everywhere? It's not that there are suddenly more of those cars on the road. It's that your brain is now tuned to notice them. In the same way, when you start using Joe's techniques, you're tuning your brain to notice opportunities, solutions, and positive experiences that align with your desires. But it goes even deeper than that. Remember how we talked about epigenetics earlier? Well, When you change your thoughts and feelings, you're not just noticing different things. You're actually changing which genes get expressed in your body. This can lead to real physical changes in your health, energy levels, and even your appearance. For example, one study found that people who practice mindfulness meditation, a key component of Joe's method, for just 8 weeks, showed changes in gene expression that were associated with reduced inflammation, faster healing, and improved stress response. Another study found that positive emotions were associated with changes in gene expression that boosted immune function. So when you use Joe Dispenza's 24-hour manifestation technique, you're not just thinking happy thoughts. You're literally changing your biology to support the reality you want to create. It's like giving your body and mind a complete reset, aligning everything in your system with your desired outcome. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds too good to be true. If it's this easy, why isn't everyone doing it? And that's a fair question. The truth is, while the concept is simple, putting it into practice can be challenging at first. It requires commitment, focus, and a willingness to step out of your comfort zone. Think about it like learning to play an instrument. Anyone can learn the basic notes, but to become really good, you need to practice consistently. You need to train your fingers to move in new ways. Train your ears to recognize different tones. Train your brain to read music and translate it into physical movements. It takes time and effort. In the same way, using Joe Dispenza's method requires training your mind to focus in new ways. It requires practicing new thought patterns and emotional states. And just like with learning an instrument, the more you practice, the easier and more natural it becomes. But here's the exciting part. Unlike learning an instrument, which might take years to master, Joe Dispenza's method can produce noticeable results in as little as 24 hours. Of course, the bigger and more dramatic the change you want to create, the more practice and persistence it might require. But even small shifts can lead to significant improvements in your life. For instance, let's say you use the 24-hour manifestation window to focus on feeling more confident. You might not suddenly become the most self-assured person in the world overnight, but you might find yourself speaking up more in meetings or handling a challenging situation with unexpected poise. These small wins build on each other, creating a positive cycle that can lead to bigger and bigger changes over time. And that's really the key to Joe Dispenza's method. It's not about instant magical transformations, although those can happen. It's about consistently aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the reality you want to create. It's about training your brain to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. It's about tapping into the incredible power that's already within you, waiting to be unleashed. So, are you ready to discover how to harness this power for yourself? Are you ready to learn the step-by-step process that has helped thousands of people around the world transform their lives? In the next section, we're going to dive into the first crucial step of Joe Dispenza's 24-hour manifestation technique, clearing your mind. This foundational practice sets the stage for everything else, allowing you to tap into your true potential and create lasting change in your life. Get ready, because you're about to embark on an incredible journey of self-discovery and transformation. Now that we've laid the groundwork, let's dive into the first crucial step of Joe Dispenza's 24-hour manifestation technique, clearing your mind. This might sound simple, but it's actually one of the most powerful things you can do to set the stage for rapid change in your life. Think of your mind like a cluttered room. When there's stuff everywhere, it's hard to find what you need or make space for anything new. In the same way, when your mind is full of random thoughts, worries, and distractions, it's hard to focus on what you really want to create in your life. Clearing your mind is like tidying up that cluttered room. It creates space for new possibilities. It allows you to focus your mental energy where you want it to go instead of having it scattered in 100 different directions. But how exactly do you clear your mind? Joe Dispenza recommends a simple but powerful meditation technique. Here's how it works. First, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. As you breathe in, imagine you're breathing in calm and clarity. As you breathe out, imagine you're releasing all your worries and distractions. Now start to notice your thoughts. Don't try to stop them or judge them. Just observe them, like you're watching clouds float across the sky. As each thought comes up, acknowledge it, and then let it go. If you find yourself getting caught up in a thought, gently bring your attention back to your breath. As you continue this practice, you might notice that the gaps between your thoughts start to get longer. This is good. These gaps are moments of true mental clarity. They're like windows into a deeper part of yourself, beyond all the chatter of your everyday mind. Joe Dispenza often uses the analogy of a lake to describe this process. When your mind is busy with thoughts, it's like a lake with lots of waves on the surface. It's hard to see clearly into the depths. But as you practice this meditation, your mind starts to calm down. The waves get smaller and smaller until the lake becomes perfectly still. And in that stillness, you can see clearly all the way to the bottom. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I can't meditate. My mind is too busy. I can't stop my thoughts. But here's the thing. The goal isn't to stop your thoughts completely. That's nearly impossible. The goal is to create some space between your thoughts, to become less caught up in them. Think of it like this. Your thoughts are like a radio playing in the background. You can't turn off the radio completely, but you can turn down the volume. You can choose which station to listen to. And sometimes you can enjoy moments of silence between songs. The more you practice this meditation, the easier it becomes. It's like building a muscle. At first, it might feel challenging to focus your mind even for a few seconds. But with practice, you'll find you can stay focused for longer and longer periods. And here's where the magic happens. As you clear your mind, you create a blank canvas for your new reality. Remember, your thoughts and feelings shape your experiences. By clearing away the mental clutter, you're making room for new, empowering thoughts and feelings. You're creating the perfect conditions for rapid manifestation. But don't just take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Start with just 5 minutes a day. Set a timer. Sit comfortably and focus on your breath. Notice your thoughts and gently let them go. With consistent practice, you'll start to notice a difference not just in your meditation, but in your everyday life. You might find yourself feeling calmer, more focused, and more in control of your thoughts and emotions. Remember, a clear mind is like a blank canvas for your new reality. It's the first step in Joe Dispenza's powerful 24-hour manifestation technique, and it sets the stage for everything that comes next. Now that you've cleared your mind, it's time for the next exciting step in Joe Dispenza's 24-hour manifestation technique, visualizing your desire. This isn't just daydreaming or wishful thinking. It's a powerful process that can actually rewire your brain and set the wheels of manifestation in motion. So what exactly does it mean to visualize your desire? It means creating a vivid, detailed mental picture of what you want to manifest. But here's the key. It's not just about seeing it in your mind's eye. It's about feeling it with every fiber of your being. First, choose what you want to manifest. It could be anything: a new job, a loving relationship, improved health, or a specific experience you want to have. Whatever it is, make sure it's something you truly desire, not just something you think you should want. Now close your eyes and imagine that you've already achieved this desire. See it as clearly as you can in your mind. What does it look like? What sounds do you hear? What smells or tastes are associated with it? For example, let's say you want to manifest a new job. Imagine yourself walking into your new office. See the layout of the room, the color of the walls, the view from the window. Hear the sounds of your colleagues talking, phones ringing, keyboards clicking. Smell the fresh coffee in the break room. But don't stop there. The most important part is to feel the emotions associated with achieving your desire. How does it feel to have this new job? Do you feel proud, excited, fulfilled? Let these positive emotions fill your entire body. This is where many people go wrong with visualization. They focus on the mental picture but forget about the feeling. But according to Joe Dispenza, the feeling is actually the most crucial part. Why? Because your emotions are like fuel for the manifestation process. Think about it like this. Your thoughts are like placing an order at a restaurant, but your emotions are like paying for the meal. You can think about what you want all day long, but until you combine those thoughts with genuine positive emotion, the universe won't deliver your order. Now here's where Joe Dispenza's method gets really powerful. He suggests not just visualizing your desire once, but doing it repeatedly throughout the day. Each time you visualize, try to make the mental picture clearer and the emotion stronger. But here's the real secret. Don't just visualize the end result. Visualize yourself taking action towards your goal. See yourself filling out job applications, networking with people in your industry, or learning new skills that will make you a better candidate. Why is this important? Because manifestation isn't just about attracting things to you magically. It's about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires. When you visualize yourself taking action, you're more likely to actually take those actions in real life. Plus, visualizing the process helps to make your goal feel more achievable. Instead of seeing it as a big, overwhelming dream, you start to see it as a series of small, manageable steps. This boosts your confidence and motivation, making you more likely to succeed. Now you might be wondering, how long should I spend visualizing? Joe Dispenza recommends dedicating significant time to this practice, especially during the crucial 24-hour manifestation window. But don't worry if you can't spend hours in meditation. Even short, intense periods of visualization throughout the day can be powerful. The key is consistency and intensity. It's better to have several short, focused visualization sessions where you really feel the emotions than one long session where your mind wanders. And here's a tip. Use all your senses in your visualization. The more senses you involve, the more real it will feel to your brain, and the more powerful the manifestation process will be. Remember, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening in the outside world and what you're vividly imagining. So when you visualize with intense emotion, your brain starts to create new neural pathways as if the experience is really happening. This is how visualization can literally change your brain and, in turn, your reality. But don't just take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Choose something you want to manifest, close your eyes, and really see and feel it as if it's already happened. Do this several times throughout the day. You might be amazed at how quickly things start to shift in your life. Now that you've cleared your mind and created a vivid visualization of your desire, it's time for the next crucial step in Joe Dispenza's 24-hour manifestation technique, aligning your energy. This step is all about matching your overall energetic state to the reality you want to create. You see, according to Joe Dispenza and backed by quantum physics, everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. This includes your thoughts and emotions. When you align your energy with what you want to manifest, you're essentially tuning yourself to the frequency of your desired reality. But what does it mean to align your energy? Simply put, it means feeling the way you would feel if your desire had already manifested. It's about embodying the emotions of your future self, the version of you that has already achieved what you're working towards. For example, let's say you're trying to manifest a loving relationship. Aligning your energy would mean feeling the love, joy, and contentment you'd feel if you were already in that relationship. It means carrying yourself with the confidence and self-love of someone who knows they're worthy of a great partnership. Now you might be thinking, but how can I feel those emotions when my current reality is different? This is where the real power of Joe Dispenza's method comes in. He teaches that you can choose your emotional state regardless of your external circumstances. Think about it like this. Have you ever been in a bad mood and then watched a funny video or talked to a good friend and suddenly your mood lifted? That's proof that you can change your emotional state through conscious choice and focus. First, identify the emotions associated with your desire. How would you feel if you had already manifested what you want? Write these emotions down. Next, think of times in your past when you felt these emotions. Maybe you felt confident after acing a test, or loved when spending time with family. Recall these memories in vivid detail, really allowing yourself to re-experience those positive feelings. Now here's the key. Practice generating these emotions on demand. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and consciously choose to feel these positive emotions. It might feel forced at first, but with practice, it becomes easier and more natural. Another powerful technique is to use your body. Your physiology and your emotions are closely linked. So stand the way you would stand if you were supremely confident. Smile the way you would smile if you were filled with joy. Move your body as if you're already living your dream life. Joe Dispenza also recommends using affirmations, but with a twist. Instead of saying, "I will be successful," say, "I am successful." Speak as if what you want has already happened. This helps to bridge the gap between your current reality and your desired future. Music can be a powerful tool for aligning your energy. Create a playlist of songs that make you feel the way you want to feel. Listen to this playlist regularly, especially during your visualization sessions. Now here's where many people go wrong. They try to align their energy once or twice and then give up when they don't see immediate results. But energy alignment is not a one-time event. It's a practice. Just like you wouldn't expect to get fit by going to the gym once, you can't expect to completely shift your energetic state overnight. The key is consistency. Make energy alignment a daily practice. Set reminders on your phone to check in with your emotional state throughout the day. When you notice yourself slipping into negative emotions, consciously choose to shift back into alignment with your desires. And here's a crucial point. This doesn't mean suppressing negative emotions or pretending everything is perfect when it's not. It's about acknowledging your current reality while choosing to focus on and embody the energy of your desired future. Remember, according to Joe Dispenza, your energy is like a broadcast that goes out to the universe. When you consistently align your energy with your desires, you're sending out a clear, powerful signal. You're telling the universe, this is who I am. This is what I'm ready for. And here's where the magic happens. As you maintain this aligned state, you'll start to notice changes in your external reality. You might find yourself having more positive interactions with people. Opportunities that align with your goals might start to appear. You might feel inspired to take actions you wouldn't have considered before. This is because when you change your energy, you change what you attract and what you notice in your environment. It's like tuning a radio to a new station. Suddenly you're picking up signals that were always there, but that you couldn't perceive before. But don't just take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Choose one desired emotional state, maybe confidence or joy or peace. Spend the next 24 hours consciously aligning your energy with that state. Notice how it affects your thoughts, your actions, and the responses you get from the world around you. Remember, aligning your energy is not about forcing or faking. It's about tapping into the truth of who you really are and who you're capable of becoming. It's about choosing to embody your highest self right here and now. As you practice this energy alignment, you're not just changing your mood, you're literally changing your brain chemistry, your hormonal balance, and even the expression of your genes. You're setting the stage for profound transformation in every area of your life. Now that you've cleared your mind, visualized your desire, and aligned your energy, we come to a crucial yet often overlooked step in Joe Dispenza's 24-hour manifestation technique, letting go and trusting the process. This step might seem counterintuitive at first. After all, you've just spent all this time focusing intensely on what you want. So why would you now need to let it go? The answer lies in understanding the delicate balance between desire and attachment. You see, while it's important to have a clear vision of what you want and to align your energy with that vision, it's equally important not to become obsessed or anxious about the outcome. This is where many people stumble in their manifestation journey. Think about it like planting a seed. You choose the seed carefully, your desire. You plant it in fertile soil, your mind. You water it and give it sunlight, your focused energy and visualization. But then what do? You don't dig up the seed every day to see if it's growing. You trust that if you've done your part, nature will do its part. In the same way, once you've done the work of clearing your mind, visualizing and aligning your energy, you need to trust that the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, will take care of the rest. This doesn't mean you become passive or stop taking action towards your goals. It means you stop worrying about exactly how or when your desire will manifest. Joe Dispenza often talks about the importance of surrendering to the process. This means letting go of the need to control every detail of how your desire will come to fruition. It means being open to possibilities that you might not have considered. Often, the universe has ways of fulfilling our desires that are far more creative and wonderful than anything we could have imagined. First, practice acceptance of your current reality. This might sound contradictory to manifesting a different reality, but it's actually crucial. When you fully accept where you are now, you release resistance. And when you release resistance, you open yourself up to new possibilities. Next, cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Instead of focusing on what you lack, focus on all the good things you already have in your life. This shifts your energy from a state of wanting to a state of abundance, which is much more conducive to manifesting. Another powerful practice is to surrender your desires to a higher power. This could be God, the universe, or simply your higher self. Say something like, "I've done my part. Now I trust that the highest good will unfold in the perfect way and at the perfect time." It can also be helpful to adopt a playful, experimental attitude towards manifestation. Instead of being deadly serious about it, treat it like a fun experiment. This takes the pressure off and allows you to stay relaxed and open to whatever happens. Remember, letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing the attachment to a specific outcome and trusting that whatever happens is for your highest good. It's about having faith in the process and in your own ability to handle whatever comes your way. Now you might be wondering, but what if I let go and nothing happens? This is a common fear, but here's the truth. Often, it's the very act of letting go that allows your desire to manifest. When you're constantly worried and anxious about your goal, you're actually pushing it away energetically. But when you relax and trust, you create the space for it to come to you. Joe Dispenza often shares stories of people who experience dramatic breakthroughs right after they truly let go. For example, there was a woman who had been trying to manifest a romantic partner for years. She did all the visualizations, all the affirmations, but nothing seemed to work. Finally, she decided to let go of her desire and focus instead on loving and appreciating herself. Within weeks, she met her soulmate, when she least expected it. This doesn't mean you should give up on your desires. It means you should do the work of manifesting and then release the outcome. Trust that if this desire is truly right for you, it will come at the perfect time and in the perfect way. And if it doesn't come exactly as you imagined, trust that something even better is on its way. Now that we've covered all the steps of Joe Dispenza's 24-hour manifestation technique, let's talk about how to apply this in your daily life. Because the truth is, manifestation isn't just something you do in meditation, it's a way of living. Let's start with a personal story. A few years ago, I was in a job I hated, struggling with constant stress and anxiety. I decided to use Joe Dispenza's technique to manifest a new career that I loved. I spent 24 hours fully immersed in the process. I cleared my mind through meditation, visualized myself in a fulfilling job, aligned my energy to match that vision, and then let go and trusted the process. At first, nothing seemed to change, but I kept up the practice, spending time each day in meditation and visualization. I also started taking inspired action, updating my resume, reaching out to contacts in industries I was interested in, and learning new skills. About a month later, I ran into an old colleague at a coffee shop. We got to talking, and she mentioned that her company was looking for someone with exactly my skill set. Long story short, I ended up getting the job, and it was even better than what I had visualized. The key takeaway from this story isn't that you'll always get exactly what you want in 30 days. It's that when you consistently apply these principles, you open yourself up to opportunities you might have missed otherwise. You become more aware, more open, and more ready to seize the right opportunities when they appear. Start your day with intention. Before you even get out of bed, take a few minutes to visualize your ideal day. Feel the emotions of everything going perfectly. This sets the tone for your entire day. Use waiting time productively. Whenever you're waiting, in line, in traffic for an appointment, use that time to visualize your goals or align your energy. These small moments add up over time. Create physical reminders of your goals. This could be a vision board, a screensaver on your phone, or even just a word or phrase that represents your desire. Whenever you see this reminder, take a moment to feel the emotions of having achieved your goal. Practice gratitude daily. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. This keeps you in a high vibration state, which is crucial for manifestation. Take inspired action. Pay attention to your intuition and any ideas that come to you during your visualization or meditation sessions. Often, these are clues about steps you can take towards your goals. Be patient and persistent. Remember, manifestation is not always instant. Sometimes things need to align in the background before your desire can manifest. Trust the process and keep going, even if you don't see immediate results. Celebrate small wins. Notice and appreciate every sign that you're moving in the right direction. This could be a compliment from a stranger, an unexpected opportunity, or even just feeling more positive and confident. Celebrating these small wins keeps your energy high and reinforces your belief in the manifestation process. Remember, the goal isn't just to manifest one specific thing. The goal is to become a master manifester, someone who consistently creates their desired reality. As you practice these techniques, you'll find that manifestation becomes more natural and effortless. You'll start to trust your own power to shape your reality. We've journeyed through Joe Dispenza's powerful 24-hour manifestation technique, exploring each step in depth. We've learned how to clear our minds, creating a blank canvas for our new reality. We've discovered the power of visualization, not just seeing our desires, but feeling them as if they've already manifested. We've explored how to align our energy, becoming a vibrational match for what we want to create. And we've understood the crucial importance of letting go and trusting the process. But remember, knowledge without action is just information. The real magic happens when you apply these principles consistently in your life. Start today. Choose one thing you want to manifest. It doesn't have to be huge. In fact, it's often best to start with something small to build your confidence. Spend the next 24 hours fully immersed in the process. Clear your mind through meditation. Visualize your desire as if it's already happened. Align your energy by feeling the emotions of having achieved your goal, and then let go and trust. But don't stop there. Make this a daily practice. Even just 10 to 15 minutes a day can create powerful shifts in your life. As you do this, you'll start to notice changes. Maybe at first, it's just a shift in your mood or outlook. Then you might start to see small synchronicities or opportunities popping up. Over time, you could experience major breakthroughs and transformations. Remember, manifestation isn't about forcing the universe to give you what you want. It's about aligning yourself with the natural abundance of the universe. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts what you desire. As you practice these techniques, you're not just changing your external circumstances. You're changing yourself at a fundamental level. You're rewiring your brain, shifting your energy, and expanding your beliefs about what's possible for you. And here's the most exciting part. There's no limit to what you can manifest. As you get better at this process, you can apply it to every area of your life: your career, your relationships, your health, your spiritual growth. You can use it to not just improve your own life, but to make a positive impact on the world around you. So I encourage you to take this knowledge and run with it. Experiment with it. Make it your own. And most importantly, have fun with it. Manifestation should be a joyful, exciting process. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. You have more power than you realize. And with Joe Dispenza's 24-hour manifestation technique, you now have a powerful tool to harness that power and create the life of your dreams. So go forth and manifest. Your new reality is waiting for you to create it. And who knows? In 24 hours, your life could look very different indeed.